Right. Good morning, everyone.
Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, diminishing to 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon.
Parts of
Chance
North
of rain
Texas.
90%.
Right now, in downtown
Tonight,
Dallas,
cloudy.
things are pretty quiet. The rain
A chance
is
of
just
showers
off to
in
the
the
west,
evening,
but we do
then
have
a slight
severe
chance of
thunderstorm
showers
warning that is going to be just south of Dallas. So we're going to get to it here, but everything is rushing off to the north and east. So here's downtown Dallas. We're starting to see a few showers in and around the metro, but here's our one severe thunderstorm warning, and that is headed very quickly off towards Waxahachie. And right now, this storm, it's actually moving off to the east-northeast at about 55 miles an hour. So it's hauling out there. This is the severe thunderstorm warning. It does include Ellis, Hill, and Johnson counties until 5:45. You can see how big this thunderstorm is. There is a whole lot of rain, so we're getting some really heavy downpours with this. There could be quite a bit of lightning with this as well, but I think the bigger threat, not only with this storm, but as we go throughout the rest of the morning with any severe storms, it's going to be that hail. We could see easily up to golf ball size hail, but right now the threats with this particular storm, it's going to be up to quarter size hail. But doing a storm track on this severe thunderstorm warning, we're looking at Midlothian at about 5:10. We're talking Waxahachie at 5:17, and the time right now is 5:05, so you got a little over 10 minutes. Glen Heights at 5:21, Palmer at 5:28. Down the line here, we're looking at Combine at 5:43, Crandall at 5:47, and Kaufman at about 5:54 if it's still severe by the time that it does get there. So zooming in a little bit more closely, I wanted to look at the hail, and right now and starting to show maybe a little bit bigger than 1-inch hail. And when we get 1-inch hail, we're talking quarter size hail. So that is severe hail that can do damage. That's going to be south of Alvarado, but that's going to be also south of Highway 67. And again, these storms are generally moving off to the east and northeast. They're moving very quickly. So if you're in Midlothian, I would still say there's a chance some of this hail makes it to you. But at this point, it looks like most of that would stay just to your south. We're also watching the thunderstorms that are kind of developing in behind that. They're currently not technically severe, but they do look very strong, and it looks like it could have a little bit of a hail core on that as well as it lifts off to the northeast very quickly at about 55 miles an hour towards Granbury. It looks like most of that would stay just north of Highway 377, at least for the time being. Other showers and storms in some of our far western counties. You can see this strong storm has a whole lot of rain. This is going to be very heavy downpours as it makes its way just north of Breckenridge and lifts off to the northeast towards Graham. And then also just south of Stanford, we have some showers and a few thunderstorms. A lot of what you're seeing around Haskell up towards Seymour, this is going to be moderate to heavy rain. So again, we still have that weather alert day, and I went ahead and extended it until 1 o'clock this afternoon because, yes, I think the strongest part of these storms will happen this morning, but there's still a possibility of isolated strong to severe storms through about midday today. I think the biggest impact is going to be up to golf ball size hail, but we just need to make sure that we're staying weather aware, stay updated with the latest forecast, and of course, we're going to put that on our WFAA Plus channel and on social media. So most of North Texas is going to be under the gun for seeing some low-end severe weather, but we're talking up to golf ball size hail, wind gusts to 50 miles an hour, but brief heavy downpours will be a possibility. I'm going to go ahead and show you our timecast. This is going to be 7 o'clock this morning, and during that time, it looks like some of the stronger storms with the heaviest rain and possibly the hail will be moving through the Dallas Metroplex. But later on in the morning, a lot of that lifts off quickly to the north and east. This is going to be 10 o'clock, and now we at least have a few showers and thunderstorms, possibly strong. And they're going to be right around Mejia. We can see the showers kind of increasing off in our northwest counties. And now we get to noon today, and we see this other wave moving through along Highway or I-35. And so that's why I went ahead and extended that severe weather alert day through about midday today, because I wouldn't be surprised if some of those do become strong to isolated severe. But again, it's really going to be the hail threat today. We're not concerned about tornadoes, but by the time we get to 7 o'clock this evening, you can see most of the showers in our northern counties, and it could get cold enough that some of those northwest counties could actually see a little bit of a wintry mix. So today it's certainly going to be a cold rain. Taking us all the way through Sunday morning, we still have a few isolated showers, but the coverage of rain will be going down. We're going to have overcast skies, I think, later in the afternoon. We're going to start to see decreasing clouds, but this is going to be noon on Sunday, and it's still showing a few isolated showers. But again, I think that's going to be very isolated, and eventually we're going to dry out, I think, by about midday tomorrow. Wind gusts right now, it is out of the northeast, anywhere between about 15 to now nearly 40 miles an hour in downtown Fort Worth. So it's definitely windy. It's going to stay breezy throughout the afternoon. Temperatures today will not make it out of the low 50s later on. By about 7 o'clock, we're out of the weather alert day. Sunday, but we still have a chance of seeing a few showers. Temperatures dropping down into the upper 40s, but we're looking at low 40s by tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a cold start to your Sunday. Stay with News 8. We'll keep you advised.